Hey everybody, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews and Tree Life Tree Service, 584 Tree. Today we're going to be talking about Tesla versus EVs. If you're trying to make a decision or thinking about buying an electric vehicle, your choices are pretty much Tesla or everything else. And depending on your situation financially, and what you plan on doing with the car, it should determine a lot of what you choose. I've had a order for the Tesla Cybertruck when they first came out, so I'm kind of waiting. That's why I don't have a Tesla yet, because I've always been a truck guy, and I didn't really want to purchase anything but a truck. But I really like Tesla. I think they're a great company, and I think they have a lot of advantages over other EVs. But if you don't have the money, or like a couple years ago, they didn't have a truck yet. They're very expensive. They didn't have the Model 3 yet. So I ended up getting another electric vehicle, which was a Nissan Leaf. The problem, though, with Nissan Leafs, the range. So basically, you need to decide, like for me, I have other vehicles. So if I need to take a long trip, or I need to go somewhere where my EV can't go because of the limited range, I either use a gas vehicle, or I rent a car, or I go on Turo. So it just, depending on what your situation is, I think if you're going to switch over to an electric vehicle, you can do most of your city driving with a Nissan Leaf. The Nissan Leaf, normally they get, even a used one, they can get up to, I would say, as low as 30 or 40 or 50 miles, and I think the most you can go on an older Leaf is a little over 100 miles, like maybe 115 or 120, unless they've been changed in any way, shape, or form. The newer Leafs, the 2019, 2020, they have an extended range, so they're way over 200 miles now. But you're talking a brand new car, you're talking a lot of money. So, so if you're going to buy something new, say like a brand new Tesla Model 3, you're going to be spending at least around $40,000. If you buy like a brand new Nissan Leaf, you're going to be spending about the same amount of money. So in my situation, the way I look at things, if I was going to buy a brand new electric vehicle, and those were my choices, like I'm going to spend around $40,000, my choice would be a Tesla. And the reason is, if this is your only vehicle and you're going to be using it for basically everything, and traveling, and going out of town, and going across the country like maybe even once a year, once every 2 years, you're kind of limited on your charging if you don't buy a Tesla. And I've rented one. I've rented a Model 3, and I've driven probably 3 or 4 different Teslas. I've driven a Model X. I've driven a Model 3 extended range, and I've driven a Model 3 Performance. So I'm very familiar with the different charging situations. So the problem with driving anything else other than a Tesla, you're going to be very limited on where you can charge at, because Teslas, they've already built the infrastructure, so you can basically travel anywhere in the United States and have a place to charge. And what's nice about Tesla, not only can you charge on their superchargers, but there's all kinds of adapters. And I even was able to charge a Tesla on a Nissan CHAdeMO charger at their dealership. So basically, the Teslas, they have the ability to charge anywhere any other EV can charge, because they have so many adapters, and basically they allow it. Now, see, on the other cars, if you try to pull up to a Tesla supercharger, it's not going to allow you to charge. So there's basically, it eliminates all the superchargers, and that's the biggest infrastructure in the United States and the world right now is the Tesla network. And if you're driving anything other than a Tesla, basically that whole network is not an option for you. And also too, the most of your other EVs, they don't quite have the range that the Teslas do. They're basically their power packs that they build, they're just more energy dense. So you're getting more bang for your buck, and the same size battery you're getting more mileage from. Also too, if you're going to spend that kind of money, like say $30,000 or $40,000, you want the best bang for your buck. And a lot of people don't think about this. If the autopilot is getting better and better and better, just from the few months that I've rented the vehicles, I could just tell a big difference in basically the way the car drives by itself. It just gets better and better every day. So if you're going to buy a brand new EV, Tesla's the best because just for the infrastructure and being able to charge, it doubles and triples your ability in the areas that you can charge. Just by adding the Tesla network, it more than doubles, maybe even triples your ability to charge. So also too, like I was talking about before, if you have the self-driving package and the autopilot package, once they turn on that and it goes to level 5, you can actually use your car to make money. So even if you do use it part-time and you're on the Tesla network, just like Uber, I've done Uber and Lyft. I used to make, part-time, like up to $100 a day. And that was just part-time, like just a few hours, say like 5 or 6 hours. So just pretend that you have a Tesla and you let the Tesla go out at night while you're sleeping and go Uber for you. So there's a possibility that car could make, $50 or $100, or maybe even more, depending on the night and what area you live in. And it's basically not going to affect you at all because the car is going to be back in time to take you wherever you want to go. If you want to take it a step further and just allow that car to Uber all the time, which I'm planning on doing, because I have another vehicle. The only time that I'll ever need to use the Tesla vehicle that I'm ordering is basically to show off, show other people, give people rides, or take long distance trips, because I'm perfectly comfortable basically doing. It's not going to change my life at all having a Tesla, except for I'm going to not have to rent a car, and I'm going to have the ability to basically make money with that vehicle. It will save me a little bit of gas because sometimes my electric vehicle, my Nissan Leaf, I can't go but more than 100 miles. So if I'm going somewhere like over 50 to 60 miles, I have to take another vehicle like a gas car. And that's usually my big truck, which gets like 8 or 10 miles to the gallon. So to pick up my daughter, it cost me like $20 on one trip. So it cost me $40 pretty much a week just to go back and forth. So, and then every once in a while I go to the airport, to pick up people. So those are basically my 2 trips that I would need on a regular basis. The only other trip I make, I go to Ohio and I want to go visit my family. I have relatives that live in Ohio. I have relatives that live in Washington State. I have relatives and family and friends that live in Arizona. So those are 2 trips I can't make unless I fly or I take a gas vehicle. Once I get my Cybertruck, I plan on making a few of those trips, before I come back. And then after I come back, if I need to, I can always use my Cybertruck and put it on the Tesla network to make money for me. So basically, if I'm going to get my Tesla Cybertruck in about 2 years, and I think by that time, it'll be real close to self-driving, and it'll be real close to basically pushing a button, and your vehicle, your Tesla truck or any Tesla vehicle will be able to go out and at least make the payment. And if you choose to have it drive more often, and it could actually make you money on top of making your payments and all your expenses and your insurance and stuff like that. Especially with when the Tesla insurance comes out, I'm sure it's going to be a lot more reasonable. The only other thing is if you're buying an EV and you don't have much money and you don't want to spend much money, like say like around 10,000, give or take a couple, you're not going to be able to buy a Tesla for that much. So if you're on low budget like I was 3 years ago, you can buy like a Nissan Leaf. My uncle bought one for like 12 or 13,000. It was like a 2015. I bought my Nissan Leaf for like 6950. With tax and title is like 8,500. It's a 2013 S stripped down model. But I think if I had it to do over again, I would upgrade, and I would get the a 2016 or newer Nissan Leaf, and I would get the SL or SV, because the newer Leafs have more range. They have like a 30 kilowatt battery pack. Mine has a 24 kilowatt battery pack. So when it started out, mine had like 105 mile range. Now I'm down to like 80, 85 miles, sometimes 90, depending on how I drive it. But the newer ones and the more expensive ones have that little bit. It doesn't seem like much, but 6 kilowatts, 4 miles per kilowatt, that's like an extra almost 25 miles, 24 miles. So instead of going 100, you go like 130 or 125 miles. That extra 20 miles makes a huge difference. And also too, mine doesn't have the quick charger. If you have a quick charger, you can stop at any CHAdeMO charging network, or you can stop at most dealerships, Nissan dealerships, and charge for free. And you're charging up to like 100 miles an hour, give or take. So within less than 20-30 minutes, you can have a full charge. So but the cars are so inexpensive. Like my payments, I didn't put nothing down, and my payments were only like 140 a month, and that was an older car. So you could probably get your payments way under 150 bucks, and if you put money down, probably like 100 bucks a month. And so basically you'd be, whatever you save in fuel would probably be making your car payment and maybe part of your insurance. So it would basically be like almost breaking even instead of paying for fuel. And if you add in your oil changes, your maintenance, transmission flushes, spark plug changes, all that stuff, that adds up to even more money you would save, and you could put that towards your insurance payment. So that would bring your insurance way down as well. So basically between what you're saving in gas would take care of your car payment, and what you're saving in maintenance cost could really reduce the output, and basically put that towards your insurance. So between those two things, you'd be driving, as far as a car, about as efficiently as possible. So I think that about covers everything. This is the EV versus Tesla. This is just basic things that if you want to think about if you're purchasing an electric vehicle. If you don't have much money, I would buy, like a Nissan Leaf. But if you can possibly get a loan or buy a more expensive vehicle, I would definitely go with a Tesla. It's just there's too many things too many positives that you can go after. Because even if you buy like a General Motors product, like say their best EV, even though it has over 200 or 300 miles, there was an article about a woman that bought a brand new electric vehicle from General Motors, and she went to go visit her family. Well, she took off with a full charge from her house, and she started running low on energy. So she went like to 3 different places to charge up on the map, and each one of those chargers weren't weren't working. So basically, she ran out of charge, and she had to get a tow truck to tow her all the way back home. When she got back home, she was furious, and of course, she decided to turn the vehicle back in. It doesn't matter how good the vehicle is. I don't care if you have a Tesla or, the best vehicle in the world. If you have no place to charge, that vehicle is pretty much worthless for traveling. They're great if you're just going around town. Like, my Nissan Leaf is awesome. I drive that thing like 99.5% of the time. They're just great cars. They never hardly break down. There's no maintenance. They're cheap. They're just awesome. But I can't really go out of town with it because it just doesn't have enough range, and I don't know where I would stop to charge. And I'm sure it could be done if you had a quick charger and you just had a lot of time, and you'd have to just stop a lot. And on the highway, your range even goes down further. But anyway, I'm just ranting. This video is getting too long. So this is Roger with Roger's Reviews, and we're just talking about EVs versus Tesla. If you like this video, please crush the like button. Leave any comments down below if anything I missed, and we'll see you soon. And buy a Tesla. Have a great day.